Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome back to DJ's Workshop. So, we have a wintry morning here in February up in New England. It is still winter, so we are going to get snow. So, today they're saying we might get 6 to 12 inches. I think they've downgraded it a little bit to maybe 6 to 8. I did get the day off from work, though, which is nice, so I get to stay home and plow out my driveway. So I'm going to do something to the plow. Last time it snowed, we didn't really get a whole lot. I didn't really get to test it out all that much. But it does have, the flat plow blade. And because I have a gravel driveway, it does tend to tear it up a little bit. So if you remember on one of my previous videos when I had my Polaris Ranger, I put a PVC pipe on the blade just so it would go more smoothly over the gravel, but also over the grass. Because when I have to go out to the chickens, I want to have a pathway to get out there, especially for my wife when she has to go out there, so she's not trudging through the snow. So if I put a tube on there, oh, there's a rooster. Good morning. When I put the tube on there, it's going to make it smoother to go over the grass and not tear things up. So let's take a walk out to the chickens, and we'll see how they're doing this morning, and we'll get this cleaned up a little bit. So let me flip this around so you can see what's going on here. All right, so we do have some good snow coming down. It is a wet, heavy snow, so it's not like that light powdery stuff. It'll be a little bit more challenging to plow this snow up. I do have the vehicles all lined up on the side of the driveway, so I can get this all plowed out. Nice clear runway here. All right, so let's take a walk out into the chickens. You can see a little bit of snow. It's still early in the day. It's supposed to snow most of the day. But like I say, I want to have a pathway to get out here. And then I have to make sure I open up this gate, so that way if we happen to get a foot of snow, it won't be blocked up behind it and I won't be able to open it up, so that wouldn't be good. So let's get out here, we'll get the gate opened up, and we'll say good morning to the chickens. Oh, they're getting rowdy, they want out. So let's get this moved out of here. Okay, at least now I can get the plow in here. Got the garden. We got some garlic planted in here. I'm gonna have to get this tilled up. We got the blueberry bushes, which didn't do so hot last year. Hopefully they'll do better this year. And we can see the snow's piling up on the fencing. Let's get in here and see what we got. Now I did plow this up. I actually tilled it up with the wheel horse because I just put the tiller on there. Obviously you can't see it now, but it did work good. I'm probably going to get back in here again and do it over. I'll do a video. And here's all the girls. Good morning. Okay, we'll let these guys out. Good morning. Yeah, everybody's waking up. We hear you. All right, so let's get back to the workshop here, and I'll show you what I'm going to be doing with the plow. All right, so here's the Arctic Cat, and we have the cold pin plow on there. I want to try something similar but a little different. I'm not going to put a big 2-inch piece of pipe on there. I'm going to actually try putting a smaller piece, and I'm just going to cut a slit in it and just see if I can fit it just on the bottom edge of this blade. I just need a little bit of roundness on the bottom there just to keep it from digging in the ground. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a slit down the center of this PVC tube. This is, what do we got here? 3/4 inch, schedule 40 PVC conduit. So let me mark this. I'll split this down the center, and then we'll see if we can get that fitted on there. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw a straight line that I can follow. Okay, let's get that cut. All right, so now that I have the pipe split down the middle, we're going to see if we can get it slid onto the actual blade here. I'm going to need to pry that open a little bit. All right, so I find it easier to do this with the blade on the ground. As I was tapping it on, it kept wanting to fall off the blade. So at least this way, the weight of the blade is keeping it in the groove. Okay, now you can see we have it on there. I think what I'm going to do is I am going to just cut these back a little bit and then maybe heat up the ends and just kind of crimp it over just to keep it from sliding off. So let me do that. Okay, I have a pair of these pliers here, which are basically for bending sheet metal, but I think that, well, actually, you know what? It's not going to be wide enough. It's not going to work. All right, just going to heat the end up here. We can squish this together. hold that there for a moment. Okay, I'll just round off this corner, but this will pinch it and keep it from sliding on and off of there. Let me do the other side. Okay, so you can see we have this pinched off. Hold it on there. I'm just going to round off this corner just so it doesn't dig into the ground. Alright, so that should work. Let's make sure this is on good. Alright, this way we get rid of that sharp straight edge, which is good for, you know, tarred driveways and whatnot, but when you're doing gravel and lawns and whatnot, you don't want to dig it in. So let's give that a shot, see how it works. So this is actually working very well. It's not digging up the ground, it's pushing the snow nice. So let's do a little bit more. right, so I gotta say I'm very pleased with the results. The piece of pipe I put on there stayed on there the whole time, never fell off, never gave me any issues. I was able to go over the gravel and the grass, nice and smooth, no binding, no banging. So I like it. I had the bigger pipe on the other one. I was having some issues with that falling off and this and that. So this one held on nice and tight, and like I said, I squeezed the ends off just to keep it from sliding left and right. Definitely going to recommend it. You know, it's cheap, but it's very effective. The other thing I did was when I was plowing, one of the pain in the butt things is these springs keep falling off of these eye bolts. You know, the plow will bend over when you hit a snowbank or whatever, and they keep flopping off, and then you got to get out and hook them back up. So I had enough of that. I just took my welder and I just tack welded the spring to the bolt there. That way they're never coming off again, so I don't have to deal with that. We do have the new winch that I installed that's working perfectly fine with the remotes. I do have handheld remote to raise and lower it, but I also have the Bluetooth keypad, so when I'm plowing I just hit this button for 3 seconds, and then now you can raise and lower it. So that's what I was using when I was plowing, and like I say, very pleased with the results. So if you guys have one of these plows, you know, and you're doing a gravel driveway or your yard and you don't want to dig it all up, just throw a small piece of pipe on there, and it does the job really well. So I get this all plowed up for now. It is still snowing. It's supposed to snow most of the day, and I don't know how much we're getting. They said anywhere from 6 to 12, so who knows. But I got the first pass done, so that's good. You can see the big piles over there, and this is a heavy snow, so that plow's working really well. You can see I did a whole pathway out to the chickens. This way we don't have to go trudging through the snow when it gets deeper. So I'm just going to let Mother Nature do her thing, let the snow come down, go inside, warm up and relax for a while, enjoy my day off, and then I'll come out later on. I think it's supposed to stop snowing maybe around 4 o'clock, so I'll come out later this afternoon, and we'll do one more final plow, make sure everything's good, clean the cars off, and then we'll be good to go. Alright guys, well I hope that video helps, and if you like the video, give a thumbs up, a share, a like, be sure to subscribe if you haven't, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.